Right then, welcome to Ryan's. Welcome.
After a flying start.
I know, right? Podcast number 36. 30
I'm back.
dicks.
Did you miss me?
No one give a fuck. No one even notices you're back. No one even knew you were gone. By the way, I had like several episodes with this cunt, and he fucked off for some lazy cunt reason.
Some lazy cunt reason. Yes.
No, it's a pleasure to have my bestie back. Love you.
Oh, I missed you.
Because he's now a Peppy.
I'm a Peppy.
Peppy got a baby. You found out what that thing does, and you put it in the hole.
I just keep thinking of it. It's me, your daddy. It's me,
Roberto.
Don't be a dummy. Take the money.
Yeah. Dopey? Think about the money, Dopey.
We could be like Tiger Woods and his daddy.
Sorry, little Waterboy quote there. Slid straight into that.
But yes, I've become a father.
Yay.
I was a stepdad before, but now I'm actually got my own blood kin. And it's pretty fucking incredible.
I don't know why. All my head is saying now is Blumkin.
That's because you are a fucking.
Who the fuck says bloodkin for their child?
Me now, I'm making it, starting a thing. Bloodkin, spread it.
No, don't spread it.
Spread it like COVID.
Oh,
controversial.
Can't joke about that. It's not a thing. Go. Vax or
do you
anti-vax?
know what? Right.
Vax or anti-vax?
I think it's up to you. I'm vaccinated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get out my fucking studio.
I'm vaccinated, but I think. Right, I'm going to say one thing about this before we forget about it and never go on about it again. Okay. Two things, sorry. One, right.
Well, you're already fucking... I don't trust you now.
The serious side of it is, I was fully behind lockdown 1.
Right.
Fully behind it. I was like, right, this is what we got to do. This is fucking help everything, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now that the Tories are just taking the fucking piss, having parties at Downing Street, fucking doing drugs off each other and breaking all the rules themselves, I'm like, you want to go meet your family this Christmas, you fucking do it.
This is how I've always been very neutral, like, I'm in my own little bubble.
Yeah.
I don't really think about the rest of the world, as bad as it sounds. But the wife, particularly, this is how she was last year. Because now she keeps saying, like, now everyone's finally getting into what I was saying last fucking year. I'm like, yes, wife, yes, you were right all along.
I will, but again, on the other flip side, I am going to be getting a booster at some point. Because I think we should get vaccinated anyway. Like, it worked for polio and fucking rubella and all that shit.
I don't. As bad as it sounds, it just doesn't have enough weight in my head for like my priorities, prioritise and execute.
But again, that's the whole thing, and it's like a lot of people don't care about this shit, and this happens to them.
And I'm like, I've had it. I had COVID, so my body's done the thing. Natural fucking immune.
Yeah, but
blah blah.
They get stronger, right? That's what these variants are.
Yeah,
because they learn to adapt to overcome.
Yeah, and then your body will learn to adapt. It's the same with everything else.
Unless you die.
Yeah. I'll be alright.
Anyway, the funny part about it, we'll forget about that now.
Okay, alright.
Your own choice, do what you want, pretty much. Vaccinated, no vaccinated, gives a shit.
Yeah.
But the second one, I was in my head for fucking ages. I heard Omicron, and I was like, for like a week afterwards, I was going, Omicron, Percy, I hate. And I was like, what is that from? And then someone shared a picture. It was the alien from Futurama.
Oh,
yes, big green alien, him and his wife.
Yes.
And they were from Omicron, Percy, I hate. And I was like, no way, that's what it is. Oh, man. I thought it was Futurama.
Why is that making me think of the aliens in the No, it is Futurama. Why am I thinking of the Simpsons?
The Simpsons ones are the ones in the flying saucer with a glass ball over their head, in it, with the one eye.
Yeah, I'm thinking of them.
It's not. It's the one that looked like he had like the rolls on his arms, and he wore the cape.
Yes. Now I'm with you. Yes.
And there's the one when he wanted to eat Fry's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Because then in that episode where they're eating these like, it looks like popcorn chicken.
Yeah, and it's their kids.
And it's the kids.
Yeah. Oh man, I've missed this. Good to be back.
Yay.
Good to be back.
It's nice. It's been fucking weird.
Yeah, it's been weird. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
So how's it settling in with newborn then? Let's tell all the listeners that parents what can they expect? Come on.
I think it wholeheartedly we've had it was rough because Sophie, my partner, went into labour. She was there in labour for about 15 hours.
You're boring people. She had a long labour and then she had a C-section, didn't she?
She had to have a C-section, yes.
And then the C-section went shitty as well.
The C-section went shitty, got infected.
So we got
the baby out, we got her home. 2 days later, she was nearly dying.
Yeah.
So we had to get her back. Turns out the C-section was infected.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a C-section scar. Okay. It was like her womb.
I think her mum said this.
Because they had a drain. She had to have a drain because obviously she'd had a C-section before.
Yeah.
So they had to cut through the same wound. But when a scar heals,
it
would have healed. It would have kind of melded to the tissue where it wasn't before to heal. So they've had to cut through more. So to get blood off the womb and the bowels and stuff, they had to put a drain in to the C-section.
Nice.
But then that got infected, and it infected the inside of the womb and the blood. So it wasn't the scar; it was an internal infection.
Well, she's
which is
going to
awesome.
do it properly.
But then she was back in hospital for about 4 or 5 days, so I was back and forth every fucking day. Spent a fortune in fucking parking tickets. Not parking tickets, but paying to get into the... It's like tenner to park at the hospital. It's ridiculous. But yeah, all home, all good. It is, it's been really good, to be fair. Really good, because she's breastfeeding.
Sorry, guys, I'm just messaging the wife back about children and the elf.
Oh, the elf thing. Yeah, we do that too.
Yep.
But yeah, she's breastfeeding, so it's literally, I'll change the nappies and stuff, and it's like, you're hungry, here's mummy. Yeah. So it's not like I've got to troll up sterilised bottles, get the milk,
cool.
Get it ready.
Not yet.
Not yet. She puts when she's breastfeeding, she'll have like a cup on the other one to catch any leaking milk kind of thing. So then we put that in a bottle, so in case she is busy, so I can feed her.
Yeah.
It's still breast milk.
Yeah.
I'll feed her.
Cool.
But it's been alright. She's pretty consistent.
Can you reheat breast milk? I can't remember.
You warm it up. Yeah, you get like a little bottle warmer and you warm it up.
Yeah, I'm sure they're right to have it cold and all, aren't they?
No, it's got to be at least body temperature, because it comes out body temperature, doesn't it?
Right.
It's inside the boob.
But it's been a couple of years now. But I'm sure, like with powder milk and stuff, like you can't reheat that. I know you're not there yet.
Like chicken.
I guess so. But like the powder, the milk that you mix, like you warm it up and it's done, and then that's kind of it then.
Yeah, the breast milk, it's like we capture some in a bottle, then we put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then once it's been used...
And then you can warm it up.
And then you can warm it up.
Yeah.
But then once it's been warmed up, it's got to be drank within 24 hours, otherwise you can't rewarm it.
I'm sure that was a thing, because when Mum was breastfeeding, it was like, it's so much easier at that stage.
Yeah, but yeah, she's quite consistent. She's up 3 or 4 times in a night, pretty regular, around the same time. So we are getting woken up, but it's like, it's that time again.
Yeah. At least you can have a kind of rhythm with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Still getting woken up, but it's like, we're getting into the swing of it. It's nice.
It'll be probably better once she is on the bottle, because then you can split it a bit better. Because at the minute with the breastfeeding, like as you say, like you said earlier before we jumped on the podcast, that you're changing and then she's feeding.
Yeah.
So you're both up 4 times a night. Whereas when she's bottling, like me and Moan used to do it, I used to do up until...
Did your kids breastfeed?
For like a couple of weeks, yeah. Apparently the first, I think, is it...
It's like the golden, it's the best stuff.
Yeah, it changes every fucking year. But basically, the start... Now, whether the start is fucking 2 weeks or 2 months, I can't be fucking sure whatever the current fucking bullshit is. But basically, the start is the main thing. But then that's it. Like, they're fine to go on bottle after that. I know some people will breastfeed till they're like fucking 2, 3, like
which is
ridiculous
weird,
shit.
And that will not be happening.
But I'd have said first 6 to 8 weeks max, and then go on the bottle. Like, personally. But yeah, once you're on the bottle, like me and Moan used to do, I'd do up to about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Like if they woke up, and then she'd do
her shift.
Yeah, like anything
watch.
After that sort of thing. But it all depended on obviously when they woke up and shit. That's better, because then you know you've got at least that portion of the night that's like, well, I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
True.
And I know the big thing we had was when we got like a mini fridge and we used to keep it upstairs. Like one of them really cheap ones, you can barely fit anything in.
Like a tenner.
Like cheap as fuck, but it would fit the bottles in.
Yeah.
Because what it is, you could have like when you get the baby bottles, you get the bit that you keep the powder in.
Right.
Yeah, and then you just tip it out, and then we just had like a bottle warmer upstairs.
That's smart.
Yeah. It's just shit like there's loads. Obviously you find what works for you and stuff, but we like to obviously when we didn't have to go downstairs to make a bottle in the middle of the night. It's nice if you can be in the room, fucking do it, bump, done.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I am. I need it. I've had a lot of health... Not me personally, but as I was saying to you earlier, there's been a lot of health scares around people I kind of know and stuff. A lot of healthy, seemingly healthy young people kind of getting bad news and death.
So, slipping into the whole...
I'm looking forward to starting to work out again.
Carrying on with that vein of like health and fitness sort of stuff. What I keep noticing lately is like I got one customer, especially, and then other things as well. When you talk about workouts to people and fitness and stuff, they talk about it like it's a hobby you've taken up.
I'm sure to a lot of people it is.
That's what I mean, because like the one where it's like, oh, you're all on like your fitness stuff, you're a fitness freak and all this sort of thing. I'm like, but I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just trying to. I want to live.
It's not like
I want to live and be healthy.
I'm not reading Men's Fitness.
Yeah.
Fucking doing all that shit.
It's nuts. Like people think it's literally like the equivalent to like so you play snooker.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, you go football. It's like, oh, you go to the gym. It's like a hobby. It's like it shouldn't be seen like that. It should be seen as normal as fucking eating, breathing, drinking. It should be a staple for everyone. But
That's
I think
why there is so many health issues as well.
exactly.
People aren't exercising.
Exactly.
We're supposed to exercise. I was explaining this perfectly the way you explained it to me.
Yeah.
And it's made so much sense. The whole that we've evolved far. We've technologically advanced much farther than we have evolved.
Yes, physically.
Yeah.
Physiologically.
We should still be running about for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And shit. Oh, we're not supposed to sit down at desks.
Yeah, it's when
type on computers.
you put like the animal equivalent of like chucking them in a fucking zoo and saying, "Oh, we've domesticated them now." Like the way that animal is, and you've kept it in a cage and hand fed it and shit. It wasn't bred to be like that. We weren't bred to be the way we are. We need to fucking move.
What did I say? I dropped the whole positive feedback loop knowledge on someone who I felt really cool.
Hey.
Who was it? Oh yeah, it was at the dance thing. You know, Sophie's little one goes to dance.
Yeah.
And there's a little girl there.
Yeah.
And like, the mum was saying just over the last few weeks she's become really anxious about going to dance.
Yeah.
So she's like, so I'm thinking about like not taking her, only taking her so much. And I was like, I kind of went, I'm sorry to interrupt, Clark. I was like, you can't really do that because then her brain will associate going to dancing with anxiety and stuff. It's like the more you do that, the more she's going to be terrified to go.
Yeah.
Because then I said that's a positive, a negative. I don't know which one it is. That'd be a negative feedback loop when it. I assume.
I get confused between the two as well.
I was saying that it's a positive feedback loop because now you've taken them away from that. Their brain goes, whew, we're not there anymore. That's fine.
Yay.
So then next time we try and take them, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and push through. And I was like, didn't mean to be rude. Really didn't mean to interrupt, but yeah, you can't really. You shouldn't. Well, you can. It's your kid.
Yeah.
Your prerogative, but you shouldn't really do that. I guess if you want them to keep coming and doing stuff. Yeah.
I love that you got the bug.
Got the what?
The bug.
The bug.
The bug of knowledge. 'Cause it's
Do you know
fucking
what?
horrible.
I just want to know everything.
I know, right? But it's horrible because when you start to know things and then you see the same mistakes being done fucking everywhere, and especially if it's literally someone sat in front of you talking or physically doing it, and you're sat there and you're just itching. You're itching because you're like you're doing it all wrong, and it's not like the equivalent of like, oh, you're doing that dance wrong. It's like you're living your life wrong. You're gonna fuck your life up. This ain't right. Like that, the way you're treating your child, or that way you're acting about your job, or like when we went to the musical.
Yes.
Yeah, went to see Back to the Future, the musical.
To hear more of.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. On the way back on the train, we were opposite a man and a woman who turned out the bloke owned a ballet dance school.
Oh, nice.
And the woman was one of the teachers. And the way they were talking about the pupils, I was like, God. I was like, do you not know people and how people work?
Do spill.
Oh, it's just fucking daft stuff about like, oh, what is it now? Because there was so much. We were sat on the train for like an hour and sort of thing.
Yeah,
so there was a lot that went through.
Where was it? Down in London then or something?
Yeah, it was in London and on the way back. The train on the way back,
man,
sort of thing.
Cool.
You could just tell it was the thing of like young people. Obviously, they're doing it, and then like saying like, "Oh, they want to do better," but they're not putting in the work and all that sort of thing. So then they're just using the old like, well, tough love kind of approach and be like, I can't. Obviously, it was like a week ago, but I just remember sitting there thinking like, you're not putting yourself in their shoes. You're not treating them like the people they are. You're treating them like, oh, just stupid young kids, and they're just fucking idiots. Because I know at the one point they even said like, because they were like, I think the kids were like 16 odd or something. They'd done the old thing of like, oh, well, that's expected of them because they're only fucking young. And I was like, oh, you're doing that thing again, like people do when kids are like 3 and 5 or whatever. It's like, it's alright because of that age. It's like, no, fuck the age excuse. Deal with them properly. Fucking handle it, and you might actually get some fucking results from it. Oh yeah, it was just hard to bite my fucking tongue. Like the amount of the little things that propped up and like my ears just tweaked and peaked. Like, fuck, just like.
I'm surprised you held your tongue.
I was just there thinking, Mark, this is a job. Just go around because Jocko does that, doesn't he? Echelon front goes around giving businesses advice. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, man, I was just there listening to him, and I got the gist that he was like the owner of the company and blah blah blah. I was like, it's hard because it's one of the things where like if you ain't got. We're still in that world of if you ain't got no qualification or no paper or anything like that, it's like people want to know what qualifies you to tell me. What I need to know what your qualification is for me to take your advice seriously. Like, what the fuck do you know? But I was like there, and I was like, fuck. If I could like follow him around for a week at his job and just how he talks to people and everything, I thought I could make it so much better for him, and I bet the pupils would be more comfortable. You'd probably get better fucking results out of them and everything. But I was like, how would you even get to that? Like, I know Jocko does it because he's got his military background. And he's, like, decorated military background.
Start?
And it's not something like I would actually do. It was just I just thought like, fuck, I could really help this guy, but he'd be completely closed off to the idea, at all. It was just one of these things I was kind of throwing around in my mind at the time. But yeah, circling back to fitness. Another interesting thing that I know, because we were going to do the podcast on Sunday, weren't we?
Yes.
But I messaged James saying like, fuck it, leave it. The day's got the better of me, because it was one of them days where it was just kids annoyed me, and I couldn't even think about it. It was just fucking stop. You're all fucking idiots. Get the fuck away from me. Just stop being twats. Just shut the fuck up. Just stop. I was just fully gone. Fucking not proud at all. It was horrible. But I know when like the wife struggles like that, it'll be. She won't actually say it, or like people in general, not even just the wife, but people in general will be like, they'll just blame it on the kid, or the kids, or like maybe like, oh, because I've not had enough sleep or whatever. But my immediate fucking reaction to myself not handling the kids well was like, fuck's sake, I need to exercise.
Mate, tell me about it.
I was like,
It just helps everything.
It really fucking does, because it's why we started. Because I remember that was the feeling I'd get with
and
the kids.
It's been a year ago as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Since you sent that text.
But because I haven't done barely fuck all for 3 weeks,
Same.
I've done some bits.
Same.
Yeah, I've done some movements, but
I've been doing quite a few at work. I'm a pull-up bar at work and that,
Yeah.
like when I get 10 minutes. But I've not done like nothing like we do here.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing just like, the last few days I've been trying to do 20 burpees every morning just to get my heart banging
Yeah.
at the start of the day, and like it's helped a bit. But yeah, mainly I've just been doing a couple of pull-ups, a couple of push-ups and whatnot. But I'm like, fuck. Like when I was struggling that much, I was like, I need that fucking cardio, because it is, you just get lethargic and everything because you're just
Your body
not
gets used
healthy.
to not doing anything.
Like, I think as quick as you can build cardio. Like when we started doing this, and I learned it quite quick as well, is that strength building does build. Or if you got your diet on point and your routines on point and whatnot, you can increase your strength relatively quickly, like over a few weeks and whatnot. But cardio is one of the quickest ones. I'm not a scientist, but I know it's like a fact that cardio improvement is really quick. So like if we did a cardio workout on a Monday, by the time you got to Friday, you'd notice a considerable difference within a week, sort of thing. But that, when I was struggling on the weekend, it made me think, I think the increase you get from cardio is the same for the other end of it, for the decrease. Like if you don't keep up with it.
Oh, you've got to be consistent with cardio because you just lose it.
Yeah, it's just gone. Like quicker than muscle strength would.
The same with doing the pull-ups. When we come in tomorrow, I bet you're earning money. I'll only be able to do about 9.
See, but that's not too bad from what you were doing. Strength doesn't drop off as quick, I've found. Like sometimes we've missed a week and we've come back and I've hit a new PB.
I suppose because your muscles.
Strength-wise, yeah, because it's like
yeah, it's true.
But with cardio, like you leave it a while of just not getting your heart beating, and you just go back to that sluggish, fucking horrible.
We would have done it daily. Again, the whole evolution thing. We would have done cardio daily.
Exactly.
It would have been a daily fucking occurrence.
But again,
everyone would have been super fit. That's why they used to say that if anyone was fat, they were like super wealthy.
Yeah.
Or incredibly like attractive to women and stuff because they had security and they had income and food and stuff.
See, this is a thing as well where it's like it's really fucking touchy, and I won't go into it too much, but in society now, how they're trying to push the thing of like, be proud of how you look.
It's such a touchy subject,
and
right?
It's good because I don't want anyone to feel bad about how they look at all. It's not an aesthetic thing. There's nothing wrong with looking fat at all. Period. I'm not on about aesthetics. Health-wise, it's not healthy to be fat.
No,
it's not
science, Ryan.
It's not good for you. You're just more prone to fucking illness, disease, fucking the lot. Everything.
That's what I'm on about the people that have had the health scares and stuff around me and stuff. And it's like, there's a lad at work and he's only 18, bless him. But he's really like, open with me the other day. He came up to me and he's like, I'm going down this path. Because he got into a bit of trouble at the weekend with the police. And it's kind of stuff like he's a bit of a lad.
Yeah.
You know the type. And he's ever so nice though. He's ever so nice. I don't think he genuinely means to get in trouble. It's just maybe more the kind of company he keeps kind of thing.
Yep.
But he was like, he came to me and he was like, I could tell he was being like sincere and honest. And he was like, I don't want to carry on like this. She's like, I'm not just drinking on a weekend, I'm drinking like every day now with the lads drinking. Like, I'm doing drugs. I'm getting in trouble with the police and that kind of shit. And he's like, I don't want to be like this. like, it's starting to affect my mental state and everything. And I was like, exercise. I was like, mate, you've got to get up early, get that win, and just do a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just exit, like I said, and then just go to the pubs on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, go back to like skating. I go for a drink with your mates on a Saturday. I was like, you're 18, mate. Go and have fun by all means.
Yeah.
Just don't let it become a habit. Like it happened to me.
Yeah. Good.
So I was like, don't let it be like that. Because he's a smart lad and he's really nice and everything. I'm like, I don't want to see you. And I said to him, I was like, next time you're in that bar, mate, look around. Do you want to be one of them sad 50-year-old bastards?
Yeah.
That's like massively overweight.
Mate, scale it back for him. Just ask.
I said 5-year plan.
Yes, mate, yes.
And I always hammer this to people because you hammered it to me. I was like, think where you could be in 5 years if you work. Just like a little bit of exercise.
5 is nice because when you say, like, look at that 50-year-old, it's too detached to think about yourself when you're 50. It's too far away.
Yeah, true.
And you say, like, next year, and that's still like, oh, that'd be like, I'd have to do a lot of shit to be able to change my whole life by, like, a few months. But 5 years seems to be that thing of, like, because people can look at where they were 5 years ago, and normally it's considerably different.
Yeah, I've completely changed.
Yeah.
I've complete 180
Yep.
for the better, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I don't mean any offence to anyone when I say things like this. It's just when I go to places like bars and stuff, I look around and I'm like, I just don't want to physically be like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be. I always say as well, like I said to him as well, I was like, I don't want to be like going to the pub to avoid my missus and my kids.
Yeah.
Kind of shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to be one of those sad bastards who go, oh, fucking wife's being a twat off down the pub. Like, no. That's just not for me.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because we talk about these things, and like I've said it to my own yesterday about something. Because what it is, you look at things and you go, what's normal? But then the hard thing of like, you have to go like, what's normal? Is normal just that enough people are doing it, that the majority is doing it, so that's what's normal.
Well, that's what it would take. Well, that's what the mean would be, wouldn't it? Or the
but
average. Is it mean? In maths terms,
I think you're right.
That's the average number in it.
But then, what if the normal and what most people are doing is all wrong?
Well, it's like, how many times have we banged on about schools?
Yeah.
That's the norm. How fucking wrong are schools now?
Yeah.
It's what the fuck did I do in my art until year 9? What a waste of fucking, like, how many hours of my life I could have been doing something I wanted to do and learn.
Yeah. School needs to be completely revamped. We've been for that enough fucking times.
I've talked to so many people about this.
This is why I think it's even more important now than ever to be an active parent, because your kids won't get what they need to get through life from school.
But again, let's talk about the active parent thing.
Mm.
I don't know if I've mentioned it to you. I'm sure I've mentioned it to you before. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast though.
Right.
But so if my partner's little one,
Yeah.
they have so much fucking homework. It's unreal. Like, I don't remember ever having homework in primary school. Ever.
Nels has homework.
Yeah. Not just homework, mate. They have to read a book every single night. They have like keychains. It's really quite cool actually. They have keychains with like, letters on. And they have to like, it's a sound book. And they have to like, you go for what sound's this?
Yeah.
What sound's this? All this kind of shit. And they've got like full on homework books and all this, like a lot.
Shit.
And I'm like, what are the teachers doing?
I was going to say, my kids ain't got that.
Yeah, it's like, why are we...
We live in the same town.
I thought, why have we got to do that?
Yeah.
So isn't that your job? You're meant to teach the kids.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Sounds like a lazy cunt school to me.
It's not like a little bit. It's like, it's a lot. And then like, they send like sarky messages like, oh, I see Eleanor wasn't read a book last night. Or something like that. It's like, what? We read every night with her and shit. And I know so does the dad. Like,
right,
they do a lot for her and everything. And it's like... Fucking, you're supposed to be teaching them. Why are we teaching them? Fucking learning cursive.
It's nuts.
Dude, she's 4 and she's learning joint up handwriting already.
This school sounds a bit fucking...
Which is good. I mean,
pulling shit out their arse.
That's good, I guess.
Is it?
But it's like, shouldn't you just learn like the normal letters first, mate?
Yeah.
What? Oh, honest to God, it's
I'd say it's particular to that school.
It's got to be particular to that school. But
that don't sound right.
A lot. She has full homework folders and homework books and everything, and it's like... I don't remember having homework till I was in like year 8 or 9.
I mean...
I still never did it.
Aaliyah, my stepdaughter, like, she went... Because we moved and whatnot, and then we struggled getting her in the school that was here when we first moved and whatnot. So she went to about 3 or 4 different primary schools within, like, 2 years. Oof. And none of them were ever like that.
I mean, I know it's a good thing there. It's good that they're trying to get... I don't know if they're doing it to get parents more involved, because maybe they've seen a shitload of lazy parents
maybe
that aren't reading to their kids.
Benefit the doubt, yeah.
But it's like I'd have read to her anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, when in terms of the letters and stuff, yeah, if we're reading the book and she was like, oh, what's that? You know, we tell her and stuff, obviously. But I just think it's ever so odd. I just don't remember having homework like that.
No.
As a child.
I'm just gonna flip the camera on then.
I just don't remember having homework like that at all. And I still don't writing and letters and shit.
So you fucked up my edit a few times with that.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
It's like, I just remembered it then because
I'll get 6 episodes in, right?
I'll get to turn the camera off and on the edit just to get rid of the bit where I turn the camera on and off. And I'm like, I have to try and keep your audio in. Right. So everyone has to see my dick walking up to the camera because you're still talking. Sorry, guys.
Right, listen, I'm not doing that.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I just think it's mental they've got that much homework.
Yeah, that's crazy. But ultimately, yeah, like I've been listening.
If it puts her ahead and she learns these writing and that, and she's ahead of everyone else, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just think it's strange.
I'd agree.
Like, if you're going to teach this shit, what are they learning in the schools if they're bringing that home for us to teach them?
Yeah.
Ugh. What are you going to say, Sam?
I don't know.
Rant over. Sorry, guys.
It's alright. I mean, we were just basically going on about I was on about how basically what if normal is the whole world's doing shit wrong.
The whole world's been doing shit wrong for hundreds of years, right?
It's just that example you painted of the whole the husband escaping to the pub because you don't have to spend time with the wife, blah, 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 because she's probably just a whinging bitch and blah, blah, blah.
But that's the norm, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's like all fucking... Just straight away, that just comes up with like, well, there's no communication between you and your wife. Like, where did that communication start to break down? Was it ever there in the first place? Why did you get together in the first place? What are you doing in your job? You got any aspirations towards your life? You doing any fucking goals, anything towards it? Have you done any kind of exercise and whatnot? It's like all these fucking things, and that's the other fucking ball ache as well. When we say exercise, and especially with cardio, people just jump. As soon as you say the word exercise, I bet people's heads jump straight to some kind of weight workout routine, and they're there and they picture themselves in a gym having to do bench press and curls and all this shit and all these weights and routine, and they've got to like put that fucking hour or 2 hours aside every day or something. And then when I say cardio, they're picturing, so I've got to go run for fucking half an hour, I've got to get a treadmill and start fucking running for 40 minutes a day and da. I'm like, no. No. If you've got the time for that and you're that way inclined and you do want to become, in air quotes, a fitness freak and you want to really push at fitness and you enjoy it and you can go for it. Nothing wrong with that. Like, that's the extreme end. But for your normal, again, back to that word normal, and average people that don't do it and don't do it because they think that's entry level is going to doing that. No. Fucking cardio is just your heart rate getting above, 120?
I don't fucking know, mate.
Do whatever the fuck you want. Just the way I do it at the minute with the kids as well. Because like with my boys in the morning, they do a warm up and then do a couple of little sets of stuff. And to them, when I went, they're like, how long do we do a warm up for? Until you can feel your heart pumping. And sometimes I'll come to them like, we've done enough. And I'll just put my hand on their chest. And if I can feel the heart going bum, 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 I'm like, yeah, cool, you're good. Well done. I'm trying to set it into them so it's normal, just to get your fucking heart pumping. Like, if it takes 2 minutes to get your heart pumping away, then do 2 minutes. Like, but at some point during the day, every day, just try and make your heart thump away. So make it pumping, because you should be doing that every day, because again, that whole physiological thing of how we were made and the way we were evolved into the world we should be in, that's what we should naturally be doing. Our heart rate should be naturally getting up every fucking day. But then we've got people with resting heart rates of like fucking 50, 60 or whatever the fuck number is that's bad. I don't know if 50's good, actually. It might...
So I think heart rate, it'd be...
I think 50's good, actually.
I mean, yeah, surely the slower the heart rate is.
Yeah, I think 50's good.
Because you only need like one pump to get blood all around your body.
I think if you got like a resting of probably like 70 or 80,
heart
it's probably
rate's
bad.
Like resting, then yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah. But I know, like, when I've had other people... Because obviously if you're quite unfit, you don't have... That's the even better thing. Like, you don't have to do a lot to get fucking out of breath.
I fucking ran for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, and I nearly died.
Like I say, mate, I do 20 burpees and I'm fucking out of breath at the minute.
Oh man, I wish I could do burpees. My fucking elbow.
But what I do is I don't tell a lie. I sprawl, so I'll drop down, but I'll keep my arms straight, and I'll just dip my hips, legs right back, dip my hips, and jump back up.
Yeah, I might try that.
Yeah, because it's the activeness of getting.
It's up and down.
Getting your body up and down, but when you go up, you jump. So you're going as high as you can, then as low as you can.
Yeah.
And making your whole body do that movement. There's a whole nice big body move there. Just fucking do that. Brilliant.
I'll try that.
But yeah, it's like if people just get in their heads, like I say, it's as normal as shitting, drinking, shagging, eating, just the things you do as like a human, piss, shit, fart, fucking swallow, sneeze, blow your nose, get your heart rate up. It should be that fucking normal. Like, it shouldn't be considered like a hobby thing to go to.
Yeah. What, you actually exercise? Oh, that's a nice hobby you've got there.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
we should.
It shouldn't be a question of, like, do we exercise? It should be like...
How much do you do?
It should be more of like, oh, do you do it excessively sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, that should be, like, the next thing.
But again, it's just because, like I said, we've advanced far beyond our means.
Because we don't fucking need to, do
We can
we?
get food delivered to our house, Ryan.
Yep.
We haven't even got to go to a shop to buy it.
Yep.
You can get it delivered.
That's the killer, innit, though?
Yeah.
But then you do that and
Convenience over everything.
it puts you in such, like, this lethargic feeling, which makes the mental game of it even fucking harder. So then you don't want to do fucking anything for, like, anything. It's just so fucking hard. That's what I mean. When I hit that low yesterday, I was just like, I didn't blame the kids. I weren't like, my kids need to behave better. I wasn't even like, I've ate too many biscuits today or anything. I was just like, I need to fucking exercise again because I'm not doing enough.
Because stress is all how you handle it. It's how you perceive it. Like, you could have just got pissed off. Oh, it's the fucking kids. But if you were fully fit, if you were exercising and you had the blood pumping around you and you were mentally a bit more stable because of that, you'd have been able to handle that a lot better.
Like, and the other fucker thing is, if someone has like a shitty day like that, where I know they've had a bad day at work or if bad day at home with the kids or whatever their life is, if they've had a bad day, they'll get to the end of that day and they'll just be like, I just want to sit down and like just forget the day. But actually, if anything, they should go for a fucking run.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm guilty of this. I did it on Sunday. I was like, I just want to fucking sit down. We're watching Lost in Space on Netflix at the minute because the new season's out.
I don't know what Lost in Space is.
It's a really old, like there was a film out when we were kids, Lost in Space.
Was that the one with Matt LeBlanc?
Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a TV show.
Not with Matt LeBlanc in. There is
But
now.
there was a TV show based on that.
There is now. There's 2 seasons.
So the TV show's new.
Yes.
Right, but it's based on the film.
From
when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm sure the original film.
It's probably a comic book
I
or a
think,
book or something.
Like, someone's gonna fucking hate me now, but I'm sure there was like an original film, probably in the 50s or something, Lost in Space as well. That was probably from a book. But yeah, the series is really cool. The first 2 seasons are really cool. So season 3 is out at the minute. And obviously it's on Netflix, so you're just like, it's just, they put a whole season up straight away, don't they?
I fucking love it when they put a whole season up, man.
The wife, if you're from the UK, my wife loves anything Ant and Dec. So at the minute, this time of year, it's I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here.
The first 3 episodes, I'm like, this season's shit.
Exactly. She's not been enjoying this season either.
It's a bit of a shit season.
So it's been nice on Sunday
No
when I
one's
was
a celebrity. There's like Richard out of Richard and Judy's the only one I've heard of.
So when I was having a shit day Sunday, and I was like, I wasn't even like, I might as well go do that because she's going to be watching I'm a Celeb. But I was like, she didn't even want to watch that. So I was like, we'll just get fucking dinner, get in bed and watch a few episodes of that. Oh, fuck it. But even to myself, I'm like, I should have just went for a run around the estate. I've done it before, to be fair.
Just a little, not even a big, just a run around the estate.
I've had days where I've like, it's been a shitty fucking day, and I've said to Mo, like, well, like the kids' dinner's being made, but it ain't quite ready yet, whatnot, and the kids are being like roughly around. I'm like, I'm literally just going to jog around the block. I'm just going to go pelt around the block as quick as I can and get back. I'll be back in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes sort of thing. And just go do that just to literally like blow the fucking holes out sort of thing. You come back, I'm blowing out my arse. Fucking heart and everything. I'm like, yeah, this feels better now. It's like, I know I've probably gone on about exercise a lot throughout the whole series of podcasts, but
it's just so vital.
It really fucking is.
Like, I said to that, another thing I said to that lad, I was like, a lad at work, I was like, you're 18, mate. If I could have realised what I know now when I was your age, I'm giving you this now.
Yeah.
You're 18. If I could have known, if I would have felt like this when someone would have told me and sat me down and talked to me like I've just talked to you when I was 18.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll be doing fucking planches and fucking L-sits and all that kind of shit.
Do you know what the shitty thing is as well about knowledge? Is that there was someone in our exact position now talking about our age and generation at that time as well. And they were probably there, and we probably just didn't fucking listen to them.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
some random 17-year-old would have switched off like 34 minutes ago when it came on, right?
Yeah. It's like, I think like knowledge stuff is so interesting.
You just don't care. You don't want to learn until you're older.
Yeah.
I never gave
You're not over my angry monkey?
I did. I never gave a shit about learning stuff until like it's been the last couple of years.
Don't breeze over it. Pick up the angry monkey. Show the camera.
Look at the angry monkey, the old one from Family Guy.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Knocking over my angry monkey.
How long you had that for?
Oh,
must have been a while, man.
10, 12.
2005.
There you go. So how long is that?
I don't fucking know. Maths.
Love it. Perfect.
But yeah, it's
Perfect
just...
reply.
I just want to know stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really getting into like World War II shit now. Like, I just want to know.
I get really interested more
History,
in.
I just love history.
Yeah. See, I like history, but like ancient history, that explains more of like where the fuck we came
I'm all
from.
about the medieval times and that kind of shit.
I do love
it's
that
more,
stuff.
For me, it's more military warfare.
I love all that
military
shit as well.
history. Oh, I just love that
Like
shit.
we've been to the barracks a few times now, and every time we go, we love it. It's just up
I
the
need to
road.
go. I've not been
The
there
little
since I was a
museum.
kid.
Ah, it's so cool. It's nice. It's just a little place. There's so much
Yes.
stuff in there.
Not been there since I was a kid, man. I used to love that shit. But like, I used to like have a go at my dad. Like, oh, you fucking watching that World War II shit again? Oh, you watching
Yeah.
these old fucking thing? But now, if I walk in and I see him he's watching them, I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah. I think the thing that gets me more about ancient history stuff is that like, what would you say? Is that modern history? Because it's
I'd
Well,
say
new-
yes.
new
Ancient
ages.
history is like Herodotus. You need to read Herodotus.
what's that?
It's like Herodotus, as far as I was aware, because I did ancient history at school.
Right.
It is literally the first recorded documentation ever
Okay.
of like historical events.
Right.
It's the whole Battle of Thermopylae, Sparta, all that kind of shit. It's
Ooh.
like that kind of history, but it was
Yeah.
written from someone around then.
Got ya.
It's like the first documented.
See, I'm more interested in the shit that's like they just don't know. Like I was listening
The
to
unexplained shit.
a guy today on Joe Rogan podcast. Apparently, I can't remember the guy's YouTube channel. I really want to name drop it because the guy was really cool. But you know how, like, if I said to you that the pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs,
Yes.
would you agree to that?
Well, it's common knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah. I love you. Perfect.
Because I knew if I said that, that'd spring you off.
Yeah, common knowledge. Right, because the guy went into that and said, like, that was only knowledge up until something daft, like, probably like 100 years ago or something, but it was brought in by us, Britons, UK.
Yeah, because we went and fucking raided them.
Yeah, but he said, no, not like that. It was on about the knowledge base of it, like about that being a fact. Like, what's the word? Native Egyptians, you know, where they live in that country. That's never been a thing in their history, ever. Like, the pyramids have never been regarded as tombs for the pharaohs, ever, in the country where they're from, where they fucking live. Like, we've come along, British, took over the fucking gaff, and went, tell you what, your fucking pharaohs were buried in there. That's what it's made for. Bish, bash, bosh. Told you. That's the way it is. And they kind of went, no. That's what we're telling you.
Royal
Done.
Britannia.
But it's like, no, like, mummy or anything has ever been found in a pyramid, ever, up to this date. And shit like that. So just mean I'll get really interested in this whole knowledge thing that's based off of knowledge that's actually just bullshit.
What do they always say? The fucking history is written by the victors.
Yeah, and you get interested as well when you hear all these stories about like academia sort of thing. Like there was a guy that might have mentioned it before that was looking at the Sphinx and it found like signs of water erosion on the Sphinx, but I don't know all the dates and whatnot. I love how we're getting into this on this podcast. Apparently, the age of the Sphinx, right, yeah, the age that it was meant to have been built was whilst the desert was still a desert, because it did used to be green and used to have rain and whatnot, right? So for the Sphinx to have water erosion on it means it must have been there when it was having heavy rainfall, which dates back something like an extra 5,000 years before when it was actually meant to have been built, right?
That building wouldn't be standing after 7,000 years.
Yeah, it would. So what it is, but see, this is where it gets annoying because we, as people of like you and me that aren't actually involved in sciences or academia and all that kind of bollocks, we just assume that those clever people, in air quotes, they go along, find some evidence, and go, right, okay, well, we'll say this is the current theory because that's this evidence here, right? So whatever they tell us, we take as gospel. It's like, oh, well, you must have done research and shit, so if you're saying it, it's got to be right, right? But anyway, what this guy did, he got pictures of all the water erosion on the Sphinx, but like zoomed it in, so it's literally just the rock. Done like a whole like scientific conference thing with like a whole 200 other geologists sort of thing, put slides up on this big screen and went, would you say that's water erosion? Like the whole lot of them was like, yeah, so that's water erosion. Yeah, all of them is like, by the way, it's the Sphinx. And they were like, yeah, we didn't say that. Like we're not putting our name to that. Like take that back. Like we're not.
You'd get laughed out, wouldn't you?
Exactly,
You
but
just take things as fact.
that's a problem.
It's a comfortable truth, right?
Like something new comes along and they go, nah. But then the people that do find it are then scared to then say about the new things they find because it will go against current ideology sort of thing.
No, if you're a serious scientist and you found something like that and you try to dispute it, mate, you could lose everything.
Exactly, which is shit then, because it's like how far behind are we on actually learning this stuff? Because there's so many things that have been found, but people are too scared to actually put it out there, or when they do, they just get completely chucked to the fucking floor.
Because no matter how much evidence they get, people will always just say it's doctored. It's fake.
But that's where I get like, what I would love to do is to like go through all the shit I have listened to, read some more books and whatnot, and actually like compile a nice episode of the podcast to do, going through more like actual facts and things. Because it's so interesting when you go through it all. It's fucking nuts.
I'd like to see how fucking crazy you really are, right? But I'm afraid we are going to have to wrap that up because my missus has just finished her darts tournament.
Fuck her darts tournament. Podcast, man. It's more important.
It's been 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, and?
It's been a good podcast. I felt good this week.
Yeah.
We've just chat shit, haven't we?
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's more real, natural. It's cool. It's gravy.
Oh, before I do anything though,
Don't
big
touch
shout out to Thomas Morell.
Who?
He's the one I told you about. I saw him at the wedding.
Who?
Tom Morell. I saw him at the wedding the other day. I texted you saying, "Oh, there's a lad I know. He's listening to all our podcasts."
Who?
Tom Morell.
Guy with a mustache.
Yes.
Did he actually have a mustache?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Dude, he had the fucking coolest mustache.
Alright, I
I've
love
ever
him
seen in
now.
my life.
Dude,
Right.
Tom, you're a darling.
I'm gonna find
Mate,
it.
the fact that was the first descriptive thing I went to just
Mate,
take the
I'm gonna
piss
show
because
you
I haven't met the
a
guy.
picture of his
I
mustache.
love this.
He looks like perfect 1940s proper mustache.
I want him on the podcast just for his mustache.
But yeah, he said like he listens to all our shit because he works like 10 hours on his own. He
Yeah.
just listens to podcasts.
Shit.
So he's listened to every single episode of this one.
Fuck, even the ones on my own.
Yeah, he
Shit.
said to me the other day, he's like, I listened to every single one.
Fuck.
So yeah, big shout out to Tom. So
Mate.
thank you very much.
How the fuck
I'm going to
did he
show
find it?
Gibbo your mustache
Yes, mate.
because it's fucking beautiful. Where is it? This
Did he
one.
say I originally found it? I'm guessing, was it from you? Because you said he's an old friend of yours.
Yeah, he was like from, do you know, he's been in Risen Fear, the old band days.
Yeah.
He was on the band scene.
Ooh.
So he was like friend of a friend, but like, we used to hang out.
Cool. Toss the
Can't
salad.
Where's his mustache?
Toss the salad.
Oh, where
Nice,
is
too
he?
much. Just show me after. It's taking too long, man.
Yeah, it's
People are
taking long.
listening to this.
Who listens?
I'm sure you've got a beautiful
There you go.
mustache.
He's got a lovely mustache.
Man, it's a banging mustache. Man, it's thick.
Yeah, but he looks even better because he probably but he's put little curls on it and stuff now, and it's amazing.
I
Anyway, yeah.
can't see
So
it.
yeah.
Well, it was nice to see you again. Nice to have you
Alright,
back.
do you want to do some plugs?
Yeah. Go on, you do yours.
Daddy Jane Gaming at Instagram.
On
which is
Instagram.
Daddy Jane Jayne Gaming, all one word. Daddy Jane Gaming on Instagram.
Yeah, man.
Give me a follow.
Yeah,
I normally just post shit. So
yeah, man. You sound. I always get confused with my own. It's Ryan's Road, man.
Ryan's dot road, isn't it?
I think it's Ryan's Road on Instagram and it's Ryan's Road 22 on Facebook. Yes. If this is on YouTube, I'll put all the links in the description. Anyway.
It's been good to be back. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed this.
Good. It's been nice. Yeah, I think we'll get into it next time because we did start talking about when I had the guest on the other week, which was cool. But like we started having a brief conversation about whether I want to try and get more guests on or just stick to like just me / you and me for like a bit longer because I can't. Yeah, it's one of them things.
It's whatever you feel comfortable doing.
It's more time and shit, man. It's like with life and that, like, you know, trying to make time for things. It's like you and me. It's works out quite well. You and me trying to
I mean, to be
organise
fair,
time.
I'm quite surprised we managed to get me coming down for like 6 Sundays in a row.
I know, like
But that's impressive.
I never thought when I very first asked you to come on as like a co-host, I was like, yeah, as and when you can fucking make it, sort of thing.
Yeah, because we know. That's what I mean. I'm not your best friend.
Yeah,
I can imagine it
exactly.
being like some random people trying to get it all organised.
yeah, like
and-
because people have different
and like I
jobs
said,
and
you
different
never know
families
what
and
kind of day you've had.
yeah.
So many variables. If this was your job, you could do it.
Oh fuck yeah.
Because you've got so many.
That's what I mean.
variables
That's
in
what
your
I'm
day.
half feeling like. They'll just keep pushing it while it's just me, and then either wait until like the kids are older and shit, and like life and money's a bit easier and blah de blah. You know, to the point where like with the kids on a weekend, they're just off playing with their fucking friends and shit. So I'm like, yeah, man, come on a Saturday afternoon, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whereas at the minute, man, weekends, daytime, like that's fucking family time, mate. That's when
Yeah.
I'm spending time with the kids, helping raid, and all that kind of crap, a lot like that. Or same again, stick to just you and me. And then if shit goes some fucking really well with other stuff, and yeah, manage to quit my fucking day job and do it, and then do that like next step up. So like, right, okay, now this is like my job. I'm gonna start. What I thought was more of doing like a whole separate series, but purely for guests.
Ooh.
So we'd still do our
If
podcast.
you had a guest, it'd be like a separate little thing.
Yeah,
That's
so
quite cool.
so it'd still be like this podcast would just be you and me still. So for people that just want that light-hearted, they just like to listen to you and me fucking talk shit sort of thing, and just go through life and hit things about fitness and life and stress and blah 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 in the general way that we do. But then if they want to hear me getting into like more deeper conversations with people about specific
Proper
subjects,
subject matter.
there would be like Ryan's Road podcast plus or something, like literally a whole separate fucking series just for guests.
Ooh, that's what you put behind the paywall.
Ooh.
Patreon, it's coming
Yes, we'll see.
in about 20 years.
I know, right?
Let's just try and make a living off this first.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all
Anybody wanna
well.
Sponsor us.
Thank you everyone for listening or watching. Don't be afraid of the day. Deal with the fucking day. Like, don't let shit fucking get to you, please. Like, what's the word? What's the thing? Prioritise and execute.
Prioritise and execute. I like it. Peace out, everyone.
Right, best get you back to your wife and baby.
Aye.
Well, you ain't married yet. You haven't made that commitment.
Yeah, like
Your girlfriend and your baby.
partner and baby.
Right, love you all. We're going.
Peace out.
Mwah.
Mwah.